Biochemical effects of mercury. In nature, mercury occurs as a trace component of many minerals, continental rocks, containing an average of about 80 parts per billion of mercury. The principal ore of mercury is cinnabar, HGS, that is mercuric sulfide. Fossil fuels, coal and lignite contain about 100 parts per billion of mercury. The natural abundance in soil is zero point 0.1 parts per million. Mercury finds a wide variety of applications. The largest consumer is the chlor-alkali industry, which manufactures chlorine and sodium hydroxide by electrolytic process using mercury electrodes. The second largest consumption of mercury is in the production of electrical apparatus. For example, mercury vapor lamp, electrical switches, mercury batteries, etc. The third largest consumer is the agricultural industry, which uses mercury in a number of fungicides for seed dressings. The impact of seed dressing is enormous since it is applied to a large volume of seed which is subsequently sowed over millions of acres, thereby causing a widespread dispersal of mercury compounds. Mercury undergoes translocation in plants and animals and finds its way into the human food chain. Mercury enters the environment mainly through human activities. Sewage effluent contains up to 10 times the level of mercury in natural water. Once mercury is absorbed on sediments of water bodies and streams, it is slowly released into the water and constitutes a reservoir which causes chronic pollution long after the original source of mercury is removed. Natural addition of mercury to the oceans is about 5,000 tons per annum, and a further 5,000 tons is added via human activities. The toxicity of mercury depends on its chemical species. Elemental mercury is fairly inert and non toxic. If swallowed, it is excreted without serious damage. It has a fairly high vapor pressure, and so the vapor, if inhaled, is quite toxic. Hence, mercury should be handled only in well ventilated areas, and if it gets spilled, the spills should be cleaned up as quickly as possible. Mercury vapor, when inhaled, enters the brain through the bloodstream, leading to severe damage of the central nervous system. Mercurous ion forms insoluble chloride ions. As our stomachs contain a fairly high concentration of chloride, mercurous ion is not toxic. Mercuric ion, however, is fairly toxic. Because of its high affinity for sulfur atoms, it easily attaches itself to the sulfur containing amino acids of proteins. It also forms bonds with hemoglobin and serum albumin, both of which contain sulfhydryl groups. This ion, however, does not travel across biological membranes and hence does not get access into biological cells. The most toxic species are the organomercurials, particularly methyl mercury, which is soluble in fat, the lipid fraction of membranes, and brain tissue. The covalent bond between the mercury and the carbon is not easily disrupted, and the alkyl mercury is retained in cells for prolonged periods of time. The most dangerous aspect is the ability of the alkyl mercury to move through the placental barrier and enter fetal tissues. Attachment of mercury to cell membranes inhibits active transport of sugars across the membranes and allows the passage of potassium to the membrane. In case of brain cells, this results in energy deficiency in the cell and disorders in the transmission of nerve impulses. This explains why babies born to mothers subjected to methyl mercury poisoning suffer from irreversible damage to the central nervous system. including cerebral palsy, mental retardation, and convulsions. Methyl mercury poisoning also leads to segregation of chromosomes, chromosome breakage in cell, and inhibited cell division. All the symptoms of mercury poisoning set in at blood levels of 0.5 ppm of methyl mercury. An acidic medium promotes the conversion of dimethyl mercury to methyl mercury, which is soluble in water. It is methyl mercury which enters the food chain through plankton and is concentrated by fish by a factor of 10 to the power 3 or more as it passes through the food chain, as is shown in the figure. The mercury concentration builds up at each level of the food chain. This is valid even in uncontaminated waters. Environmental pollution by mercury can be prevented by stopping use of mercury electrodes and switching to new technology. All alkyl mercury pesticides must be banned. All other mercurial pesticides must be restricted to some selected areas. The already contaminated sediments of rivers and lakes will continue to yield highly toxic methyl mercury into the waters for many years to come. Pilot experiments have been undertaken for decontamination of sediments by covering the bottom sediments with fresh, finely divided materials having high absorption capabilities, and alternatively by burying the sediments under inorganic inert materials.